Contrary to a common misconception, Islam is not a religion that began only 1,400 years ago. In essence, Islam has existed since the very first moment humanity walked the earth. Islam means submission to the will of Allah, and this was the message preached by every prophet sent to mankind. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was not the founder of a new religion, but the final messenger entrusted with delivering the completed and preserved form of Allah's universal message. By the 6th century CE, Arabia was largely a polytheistic society. Different tribes worshiped numerous gods and goddesses, and idol worship dominated Meccan life. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was born into the Quraysh tribe, a family of respected merchants deeply involved in regional trade. Through his travels, he encountered various cultures and belief systems, yet he remained deeply troubled by the injustice, immorality, and false worship practiced by his people. Known for his honesty and integrity, Muhammad ﷺ would often retreat into solitude to reflect. Around the age of 40, he began spending extended periods meditating in the Cave of Hira, on the outskirts of Mecca. Then, in the year 610 CE, during one of these retreats, history changed forever. On that night, the angel Jibreel appeared to him with the first revelation of the Qur'an. This moment occurred on a night Muslims know as Laylatul Qadr, the night of decree. Although the Qur'an was revealed gradually over 23 years, the first verses were revealed on this blessed night. While the exact date of Laylatul Qadr is unknown, it falls on one of the odd nights during the last 10 nights of Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. Laylatul Qadr is considered the holiest night in Islam, a night better than 1,000 months. To this day, Muslims across the world spend this night in prayer, reflection, and devotion, seeking Allah's mercy and forgiveness. The first revelation was later described in authentic narrations. The angel commanded him to read. The Prophet ﷺ replied that he could not read. The angel embraced him firmly and repeated the command 3 times before revealing the words. Read in the name of your Lord who created man from a clinging clot. Read, and your Lord is the most generous, who taught by the pen. Sahih al-Bukhari. Shaken and confused, Muhammad ﷺ returned home, where his wife Khadijah comforted him and reassured him. She believed in him without hesitation and became the first person to accept Islam. As revelation continued, the Prophet ﷺ was commanded to publicly convey Allah's message. While a small group accepted Islam, most of the Quraysh fiercely rejected it, fearing that monotheism would threaten their traditions, idols, and trade. Initially, the Prophet ﷺ was protected by his wife's status and his uncle Abu Talib, the leader of Banu Hashim. However, in 619 CE, both Khadijah and Abu Talib passed away. This year became known as the Year of Sorrow. With their protection gone, persecution intensified. Muslims were mocked, tortured, and socially boycotted. In 620 CE, during the pilgrimage season, the Prophet ﷺ met delegates from Yathrib, later known as Medina. Moved by the message of Islam, they accepted the faith and invited him to their city, hoping Islam would unite their divided tribes. Over the next 2 years, Islam spread rapidly in Medina. In 622 CE, after learning of a Quraysh plot to assassinate him, Allah permitted the Prophet ﷺ to migrate. This journey, known as the Hijrah, marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, the Prophet ﷺ established the first Islamic community based on justice, accountability, consultation, and the sovereignty of Allah. Brotherhood replaced tribal division, and faith replaced hatred. In 628 CE, the Prophet ﷺ set out toward Mecca with his companions after seeing a dream of performing pilgrimage. The Quraysh blocked their entry, leading to negotiations that resulted in the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, a 10-year peace agreement. Though some terms appeared unfavorable, the treaty proved to be a major turning point. It allowed peaceful dialogue, increased conversions, and demonstrated the Prophet ﷺ wisdom, patience, and commitment to peace. Within a few years, Islam spread rapidly across Arabia. Under the Prophet's leadership, Muslims achieved significant victories not merely through military strength, but through moral character, justice, and mercy. Communities under Muslim rule were granted protection and freedom to practice their faiths, fostering a society where knowledge, science, and culture flourished. In 632 CE, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away, leaving behind the Qur'an and the Sunnah his teachings and example. During 23 years of prophethood, he established the 5 pillars of Islam and provided humanity with a complete way of life centered on submission to the Creator. The message of Islam continues to guide hearts across the world. Its teachings on faith, justice, mercy, and accountability remain as relevant now as they were 14 centuries ago. Through the Qur'an and the example of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Islam continues to call humanity toward truth, purpose, and a meaningful connection with the Creator.